Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, I decided to have a little bit of fun. It is the long weekend in Canada right now, so why not take you along for the ride? In this video, I'll be taking a look at a Game Gear that has an interesting past. So this Game Gear in particular was my little brother's Game Gear. Both him and I did have Game Gears when we were kids. He ended up misplacing it and never saw it again until recently. What ended up happening was he was helping my parents move and cleaning up their old garage. In the garage, under a pile of stuff, he found his old Game Gear. It had been sitting there for over 20 years. And that is 20 years of Canadian weather. That's 20 years of freezing, 20 years of heat, dry, damp, you name the weather, this thing has probably been through it. So we're really curious to see if it actually works, if it's made it through everything undamaged. And I haven't tried this out yet, but what I'm going to do next is put some batteries in it, power it up, and see if it still works. So let's head downstairs now in my house and we will try it out. And we've made it downstairs safe and sound. I've got everything right here. Let's check to see if it works. So here's everything we need. We have our Game Gear here. We have one Game Gear game. This is Taz. Also try out Fatal Fury. And then I also have the batteries. So this will give me about 5 minutes of playtime, so we should be good for this video. If you hear some honking in the background, the neighbors are having a bit of a birthday drive-by. It's a social distancing birthday, so I feel like I can continue on. Hopefully the honking isn't that distracting. But anyway, we have our 6 batteries here, we have our 2 games, and we have the Game Gear. So let's open this up and put the batteries in. I'll check the battery compartments here, and there doesn't look to be like there's any sort of corrosion in here. So fortunately, this was not stored or forgotten with batteries in it. If there were batteries in it, it's probably one of the biggest things that happens with these portable systems is the batteries end up exploding in here and causing a lot of a mess. Fortunately, there were no batteries at the time of storage, so we should be okay. So I've just put in all 6 batteries here. Let's put the covers back on. I think I'm putting them on correctly too. Actually, I think they can go either way. Oh no, they can't. They can only go a certain way here. Fortunately, I just grabbed the right one, I guess. We'll power it on without a game, see what happens. So the screen is flickering. It's not good, but it does power on, which is good. So at least there is power here. Let's put a game in and see what happens. At first, I'll put Taz in. I'll make sure the volume is right down. That way I don't get in trouble here for game sounds at all on my channel. Turn that on. And I'm not getting any signal from the game. It's just a pure white screen right here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's also a blue line. So it looks like the screen might be toast. There might be a few capacitors inside that are also toast. But before I give up, you have to try the age-old trick here, and that's just taking everything out and blowing into both the cartridge and in the system. And it works. I am completely blown away. I can't believe that actually worked. So the screen is working here. There is still a line into the screen, which isn't great. But at the same time, the game is booting up. The screen is, it's a little dark. But let's see how the game plays here. Let's see if all the buttons work. So the start button definitely works here. Left and right work. Jump works. All the buttons work. Every single button works. This is incredible. So the D-pad works, the start button works, buttons 1 and 2 work here. The screen is working. There is still that bar there though. I'm gonna see if that goes away though. I'll let the screen warm up a little bit here and see if that clears up. Now I've given the screen ample time to warm up. I had it sitting on the Taz game here, maybe for about 10 minutes just for the screen to fully warm up. You might think that's silly, but the screen design here, warming up the screen actually benefits. So if you take a look now, the bar here is completely gone. The screen is actually doing very, very well. The screen looks great for the age of the system, and considering how it was stored, I'm really impressed the screen is not dead. So this is Fatal Fury booting up right now. The screen actually looks to be pretty pristine. The whites look good, the colors look good. But let's head back upstairs and finish up the video. And back upstairs. So we're back upstairs now. I'm still completely at a loss for words. I did not think that this was going to work. I thought this was going to turn into a let's tear this apart, inspect it, find out what's wrong, and fix it video. Instead, I have a perfectly working Sega Game Gear, and I'm completely blown away. I can't believe after 20 years sitting in a garage that this would be in such good condition, that the screen would be pretty much mint. These things don't necessarily age all that well. But anyways, that's all I've got for today. Let me know in the comments below if you actually thought this was going to work, if you thought it was going to be broken, if you thought there were going to be issues with it. Honestly, on this, everything is pristine and I'm still completely blown away. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care. By the sounds of it, there's a bit of a birthday drive-by outside, so our neighbors are having a bit of a social distancing birthday. I'll wait for excitement to calm down before I continue.